Hello YouTube, Nearly New Models here again. I have a new product that I've been working on in my mind for quite a while. I've had a couple of inquiries regarding this type of item, but I have dismissed it in the past as not being possible. However, I am excited to announce a new type of doorbell mount, one you haven't seen before. I'm going to announce it here on YouTube, a brand new design. The new no screw holes in your siding, ring 4, 3, 3 plus, ring 2, ring 2nd gen, ring 2020, an original mount for 4-inch vinyl siding. Yes, you heard that right. No holes in your siding, meaning you can mount this anywhere on your siding that has a seam. The reason this mount was designed was for condos or rental property or any HOA governed property. A lot of people rent and are not allowed to put holes in their siding that is not already there for, like, say, existing doorbell. Or you may just prefer not to put any holes in your siding. You can also use this mount to cover existing holes, or if you want to mount your video doorbell and then take it with you when you move. Right now there are two products in this no holes line: a Ring video doorbell and a solar charger. Both of these are for 4-inch traditional straight lap vinyl siding. This product line is bound to expand to cover more doorbells and siding sizes. Also, if you want to request this type of mount for another brand or model of doorbell, contact me at doorbellmounts.com and use the request custom order form at the top of the page, and I'll message you back what is needed and a price quote. You must specify you want the HOA approved version if you don't want holes. None of my mounts that are in the store fit Dutch lap style vinyl siding. They are all standard siding only. Dutch lap has a flat front that proceeds into a slope backwards towards your house at the top. Don't worry, that I can make mounts for Dutch lap siding for almost any doorbell, but you will need to contact me first if you have Dutch lap siding. I have another video that discusses Dutch lap versus standard lap and how to measure. The link is in the description. Let's show how this new no screws HOA rental mount works and install one of each of the ring and the solar onto our 4-inch sample vinyl siding. I include screws like ring screws with most models of my mount. My mount will come with instructions that will tell you whether or not to use my included screws or use the ring provided screws. Ring screws that they send are usually 3/4 to 1 inch long. In order to use those with my no screw HOA mount, the mount would have to be twice as thick, in which my testing does not look good at all. So I've designed my mounts to use my 1/2 inch stainless steel screws that I will provide if needed. That way I can control the depth the screws penetrate into the mount and not let them pierce through the back side of the mount. There is a built-in stop plate in the mount, so when the screw hits it, it will stop and it will not pierce through the back side of the mount. For the ring 4, 3 plus, etc. doorbell, 4 stainless steel screws are included, and you'll use these, not the ones that come with the ring. Unlike my other mounts, for ease of installation, you will want to mount the doorbell to the mount first using the 4 provided screws with the Nearly New Models mount. Tools you will need: one small number 1 Phillips head screwdriver. That's it. Please note that right now, these included smaller screws will not work with the number 2 orange screwdriver that comes with the ring. This might change in the future if I can source number 2 size smaller length stainless steel screws. You will insert all 4 screws using your number 1 screwdriver and snug them up. Do not over tighten, as the screws will self-thread into the mount. Over tightening the screws can strip the plastic. They just need to be snug. You'll want to flip it over after you install the 4 screws and make sure none of those pierce the backside of the mount. Once you have all 4 screws tightened, you'll see that none of them pierce through the backside of the mount. So now your doorbell is secured to the mount. If you have a 2nd gen or a ring 2020, you would install the backing plate just like this. With the 4 provided screws, same exact process we did before. Check to make sure no screws pierce the backside. If you have a ring 3, 3 plus, or ring 4, you will install like this with the 4 included screws. Same process. And you'll see that the holes are already in my mount to accommodate all the models. Now you will install your doorbell, depending on what model you have, following the manufacturer's instructions. The Nearly New Models no screw HOA mount comes with a stainless steel siding hook built in. Also includes 3M waterproof double-sided tape, and this is included for extra security, but it's not needed and optional if you want to use it or not. If you are 100% sure where you want to mount your doorbell, I suggest that you do use the tape. To install this mount, it has to be installed onto every other panel. It has to be on the one that has the clip in and the overlap, the one that has the seam. It will not work on the panel that is molded and has no seam. These mounts are designed to have a lot of surface area on the back. So if you want to use additional tape, you are welcome to add tape. But the clip will secure the doorbell and will not damage your siding and will make it really hard for a thief to remove the doorbell. If you know exactly where you want to mount the doorbell, go ahead and peel the red film off the double-sided tape. You'll want to push the mount all the way firmly back underneath where the clip goes underneath the siding at approximately 80 degrees, and then slowly pivot the mount downward, and you'll know when it clips in because you'll get a satisfying click sound. You'll know when it's properly fitted because you'll see no gap at the top and no gaps. And then go ahead and push down on the tape, and now your doorbell will be installed. All the other doorbells will install basically the same way. The ring 4, 3, 3 plus, etc. This is a ring 2. It's that easy. Now your ring is secured with no holes in your siding. It's hard to remove, but it's still able to be removed if you need to, if your landlord suggests you remove it, or you want to reposition it, or you want to move and take your doorbell with you. The tape residue, if there's any left on your siding, can be removed with no damage to your siding at all. So we'll show how hard this is to remove. And no damage to the siding whatsoever. Now let's install the solar charger. Tools you will need: you will use the orange number 2 screwdriver that comes with the kit. The solar charger mount supports all the Ring current solar chargers. Right now, I currently have the new Ring original solar charger, and we're going to install and use that. With the solar chargers, you will use the longer screws that are provided by Ring. Unless instructions that come with my mount state otherwise, as this product line grows, this video may become more obsolete. Right now, as of this video, I do not provide shorter screws for the solar charger as they are not needed. You will align the solar charger onto my Nearly New Models mount. It already has the holes for all the various different solar chargers. Solar charger also has a built-in stop plate that keeps the screws from piercing through the back side of the mount. Once you have the 4 screws installed, you will want to hook up the charging USB cable to your doorbell and follow the manufacturer's instructions for installing your doorbell to the front of your solar charger. Once you have your doorbell installed to the front of the solar charger, you will install this mount the same as we did with the Ring earlier. Please note, this mount will only install on the lip that has the seam, so every other panel will have the connection seam. That's what this clip clips on. The molded seam will not work, so you will be restricted to only using every other that has the clip. Pivot this about 90 degrees so that the clip is underneath the seam, and lower the doorbell. You'll know when it's in position as you'll hear a satisfying click. Lower it into position, and you will see that there is no gaps around the mount, and now your doorbell is mounted. If you know 100% where you want to mount the solar charger, you can go ahead and peel the tape. The red off the tape, and it'll leave the 3M waterproof tape, and you'll install the doorbell. and stick it down. So now you'll have a much more secure, firm connection. This can be removed if you need to, if you want to reposition your solar charger, or if you have to take it down for any reason. It will be hard to remove, and it will not damage your siding and will not leave any tape residue on your siding. These stainless steel hooks hold 18 pounds each, so there's no need to worry about any weight. The solar charger needs 6 hours of sunlight. So you'll want to position your doorbell to make sure that you get 6 hours of sunlight before you adhere the tape. With this mount, you can move your doorbell around until you can get the most sunlight and be able to mount it anywhere you want on your siding with the same restrictions as the video doorbell that we mentioned earlier. Once you find the perfect spot, you adhere the tape and you'll have a difficulty time removing it, but it can still be removed if you need to. I hope you are as excited about this new product line as I am, and I hope it continues to grow. This is designed for those that might not even be able to have a video doorbell due to having restrictions on putting holes in their siding. This is also for those that may have new siding and do not want to put holes, or those that have holes but might want to try to cover existing holes without putting new ones into their siding. For everyone else, I suggest using my regular secure screwed-in mounts due to a more secure mounting surface as a more permanent installation, and there's a larger product line and more choices of siding sizes and color options, and also a lower retail price. Thank you so much for watching and supporting Nearly New Models.